Testing, one, two, three, testing. Here we go. We are live, I believe. I'm going to do this. Let's see here. Let me find my co-host this evening. If I can find her, well, we'll keep looking for her. She'll pop on here in just a second. My name is Russell. I help Gen Xers and others start and scale their affiliate online businesses. And today we are going to be interviewing a good friend of mine, at least as good a friend as you can be when you're, several states away. We'll be talking about affiliate marketing. And so we just encourage you to hang on just a second while we're getting... hey, Beth, good to see you. Good to see you indeed. All of y'all, welcome as you're coming in. Say hi and let us know where you're at. There we go. Terry!
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. Coming to you on location, direct from my truck.
I see that. I see that. So you
Uh,
are, if you're not in Disneyland, you're in the truck.
I'm in the truck. Yeah, we
Give me,
finished with Disney World and got home after a delay for Christmas and enjoyed Christmas Day in our own beds, which was nice. And, here we are trucking along.
that's right. Yep. That's the nice part of this business is you can do it wherever, right?
Yeah, and literally, I am in a Home Depot parking lot because I was not going to make it to the house in time in order to set up there. So here we are.
Hey, I feel privileged. Joseph did it from Disneyland, and I get to do it from the truck. I'm good with that.
Now you're going to make me feel bad. I'll pick another location next year. I'll do
Next time.
like,
Yeah, I gotta say Disneyland was probably, yeah, it was a little higher, but it's okay.
yeah. Beth, I love impromptu too, and sometimes life just catches you. And I wasn't going to pass or postpone on the interview. We're going to keep it trucking. So, as I was saying to y'all when we got started, my name is Russell. I help Gen Xers and others start and scale their affiliate online businesses. I do these interviews in order for folks to hear different voices, to get different perspectives. We all come from different stages of life, we come from different career backgrounds. We all have different goals and what we want to achieve in doing this. Some would say it's a side hustle. Some would say it's a second job. Some would say it is just our online business. It's probably all of the above. Today, I have a very special guest. I need to thank her because she was one of the first in the PIB group to reach out to me. She welcomed me to do my first live in community, and she continues to be an inspiration. And so I am very grateful for the friendship that we've developed, even though she's in Ohio and I'm in Texas. It's an amazing family that she comes from, and she is really good people. And I want to introduce you to Terry Stein. You may know her as Retire with Meemaw. But Terry, welcome.
I'm glad to be here. I feel very privileged to be being interviewed by you.
Well, don't make me blush because, it might actually show up in the sunshine.
That Texas sun, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, we had a 40 temperature swing from last night to today. It
Oh,
was 37
wow.
degrees last night. It's 77 today.
Oh, that's perfect weather. I think we're at 41 now, which is warm for us.
Right. Here, absolutely.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
why don't you start by sharing with us a little bit about your journey? Kind of tell us the context of why you were looking for something to do and how you got started, and just kind of give us the history of from to get us to today.
Okay. Um, well, let's see. So I've been in the public school system about 32 and a half years. And about almost 9 years ago, I lost my husband. So, we were a dual income household, right? So then I'm on my own. I'm on my own. But I could have retired at 25 years. But I was young, I thought. And so when I hit the like 31, I started thinking, I could retire. And of course, as you get a little older, you want to retire. I'm in my 60s, so it's like I can do this. I can retire. However, once I looked at the retirement fund, and I'm a public employee, I would really solely live on my retirement fund. Social Security is just not, much. And I thought, I can't afford to retire. I cannot afford to do this. So I started to prep and look for things. I figured I'd retire and I'd have to have a job. Didn't know if I'd have to have a full-time or part-time job, but for what I was looking at, it would have had to be full-time. So I started to look. I didn't want to have to trade my time for money. I wasn't thinking like that. I just knew that I wanted to do something at home. So I hit the internet. I hit YouTube, and I all kinds of little notes I'd see and look at work at home kind of places, but they were jobs.
Yeah.
There were a few opportunities that came up, but they were jobs. They were mostly, being tied to the phone. My daughter worked for HSN, so I know how it's like being tied to a cord,
Right.
being on the phone. I mean, for 8 hours. That's a lot. But I did want to be home. So I kept looking and looking, which in talking to her, I didn't realize that she noticed that I was doing that. Because by this time, after my husband passed and all, she came and brought my grandson, that was kind of a cool gift. He never actually got to meet his grandpa, but he was a real appeasement to me, having him. So she noticed that I was doing that, and I was. I mean, we used to watch, she said, which we did, Lifetime movies and things together, but I was on YouTube because I'm looking for something to do
Right.
when I retire. And I wrote a lot of things down. I looked into things. Those notes just became a hodgepodge mess, And then she had me download TikTok because she kept sending me funny stuff, And I just did. Did you see it? Did you see it? No, I didn't see it. So she said, you got to download the app. And I said, okay. I was never on TikTok before, never. And I downloaded it. I laughed. I watched decorating. Whatever she'd send me, I'd watch it. But I was also on a mission. And I looked on TikTok for work at home, make money at home stuff. Again, still in the mindset of a job. And then affiliate marketing popped up. I don't even remember the first time that I saw which one or who it was, but I just know that it became repetitive. It just kept showing up. The algorithm, I didn't know anything about algorithm. It kept showing up, and it got my interest. And I had already resolved, for a good solid 5 years, I was never going to try another side hustle or MLM or try and be my own boss, Avon, Herbalife, and all these things that I did. But it kept coming up, and it just sounded so easy. And I say this, I had my scam glasses on. I thought, this has got to be a scam, And it's TikTok, no less.
Right. So it's got more of a scheme, right?
Right. The kids app where people dance and all this stuff. But the more I got into it, the more I watched these people that were talking about affiliate marketing. It intrigued me, and it made sense, but I still wasn't sure. And I hung around on the outer edge and the outskirts for a while before I actually decided then I'm going to try this, And so I did. And I started with one company, and I learned a lot. I had no idea how affiliate marketing worked. No idea. I knew people lived a laptop lifestyle, but I just didn't know how it worked. So the more I heard about these companies that I could partner up with these large companies, who am I that they would want to partner up with me? I didn't fully understand it, but I learned, I started taking it all in, And then it was time for me, if I wanted to go further, to invest in myself. And at that point, I still had a broken mindset. I thought, invest in myself, why can't I learn this for free? But I know now I would have wasted, I would still be looking. I would still be looking. But I decided I was going to do this and I went all in. And my daughter and I were just talking last night. I did not know this, but I remember when I had to scrape together the investment and I was putting it on different credit cards. And she heard that. I had not mentioned anything to my family at that point. I had just been silently searching, although they were paying somewhat attention. And she said that I did not know this, that she cried at the table because I'm in the living room making these payments and she's hearing the figures and she cried because she thought I'm getting scammed. That's what she thought. So I know that she talked to my son, and of course there was the big powwow. But I was just, by that time I was bent. I thought, I'm going to make this work, especially when you got skin in the game and you're going to make it work. And I tell you, that's the best investment I ever made. I really, truly is. And so I got involved. I was with them a short period of time and I realized I just needed more help. So that's how I found Passive Income Blueprints. I found Eric Forner, and he was just like the cherry and the icing on top of the cake that I had just baked. And so it's been a great ride. It's been really enlightening. Now I'm a senior citizen. I would have never thought that I would be learning this kind of stuff at my age. By my age, you're done with school and everything. But I'll tell you what, it's been the best education, and I'm very passionate about continuing to learn, which will take me good and well into my upper years, and hopefully keep this thing fresh. But that's how I got involved, and that's why I got involved. Just knowing that I couldn't afford to retire, and I tell you, Russell, I didn't think of this at first, but I'm worth every penny that I invested in myself. And I now believe in myself because I have had the support and the education that it's been a great ride. I don't know. It's just been great. I can't say enough good about it. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't know what I would have done. I would have been doing something. I would have been working, but I would have been continuing to work outside the house.
Yeah, I mean, you did that.
And
Wow, you had actually two jobs. In fact, I don't know if I saw it. It must have been on your live. You were talking about the rigors of that schedule that you would go to your second job overnight, close,
yeah,
and first primary job. Like,
yeah, yeah. It was about 3.5 years that I did 72 hours a week. I don't even know how I did it now that I look back. When I was in it, I was doing it because it needed to be done.
right.
But that's all I did was work. I didn't spend time with the family. And when I was home, I was watching, Lifetime, QVC. I was vegging out because I was wiped out.
Yeah.
So
This is not that. You're not an additional 72-hour job on top of your full time. Uh, so how long? Give me an idea on the timeline. Give us an idea. Oh, hang on. Before we do that, we should be co-hosting. So you're not seeing the comments I have over here. You have your own comments, right?
yes,
So I
I
want to
do.
Beth says, far from it, Terry. Age is a number, my friend. Sweet emoji. So I would,
Oh,
maybe I need to be in this. I've had my card for a while.
ooh, you're cutting out a little bit, Russell.
Oh, let's see.
Oh,
Is
that's
that any
better.
better? Okay.
Yeah.
So, um, forgive the wobbles. I'm going to have to hold it to be close to the mic. So, I was just saying, I think I'm senior citizen as well because I've got my AARP card and my ARP card.
Your ARP card, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm going to be 64 in a few months.
yeah.
So, you know, I I could have retired. I could have retired, a few years ago, but I because of this, I will retire in 2023.
That's
That's a
awesome.
done. That's going to be a done deal. I'm
So this
not
is your
looking
last.
back. I'm not changing.
Hello, everyone that's coming in. We are interviewing Terry Stein. She is an affiliate marketer, and she was just sharing a bit of her story and what got her there. So, Terry, what's the timeline from when you started and where you're at now? You actually started.
I started about a year ago with the other company.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit, just a little bit more than a year. I then I found Eric. I found Eric in January, and so once I found him before he actually launched PIB. So I was in the pre-launch, but I was still promoting the other company, and he was glad to help me with that because that's what PIB is about: passive income blueprints. You come in and you can promote any business. I didn't have to promote his, and but I was just so appreciative because he really got me over a lot. We have a mentor. I call him a magnificent mentor because he got me over myself. I had imposter syndrome all day long. I didn't want to show my face. I tried to figure out how not to, you know. But he encouraged me. He never belittled me. He was patient with me, and I really got him to thank for getting me to do my first TikTok, which was in January, about January 18th when I started doing TikToks. And then I think it took me till about March to get to 1,000. And then I went live. I went live every day for a few months, but he was on my first live, 23 minutes. That's all I could handle. It was hard.
Uh, there are nights, some of our communal lives, and that's more fun than work, but we mix some work in with it. We're on for 2 or 3 hours sometimes. Those of y'all that are popping in and asking to join, this is an actual interview I'm doing with Terry. So y'all don't be mad at me if I don't, if I decline your invite. Just want to keep it kind of real succinct. So Terry, everybody defines success in a different way. And I think I've heard threads of how you would define success in your story, but will you just spell it out for us? What have been some of your successes over the past year?
Well, first and foremost, I would think, like I said, valuing myself, even at my age, I still, and as a mother, as a wife, as a grandmother, you always put everybody else first. It's kind of what we do, right? And so I've done that for years because I wanted to. So I really never really took the time to really look at myself and think that I was the one. I'm not one that will take much help. Like even my daughter will try to help me, and I'm like, I got this. I can do it. But to value myself is a big success. And I didn't realize because I guess I never really had to think about it. But when you get out here and want to put yourself before the public eye, that was a very giant step that I took. And taking that first step and staying with it, to me, is a measure of success because I can say it now. I value myself. I'm important. I don't know that I ever really said those things before because I was busy, making the family important. You know what I mean? That was what was important. So that's a step of success. I consider that because mindset shift, having a healthy and positive mindset takes work.
Yes.
Sometimes, we're not born with it or we didn't grow up around it. I grew up with really great parents, but it was all about us being humble. And I am a humble person, but sometimes you can be humble to the fault of where you put yourself so behind that you don't value yourself. So that's been big success for me. Just learning the online skills, the high income skills, that that has been success. That is a big success for me because I had no skills like that at all, other than being able to be on Facebook or something. But you
Right.
know, not I didn't know anything about a sales funnel. I didn't know how things worked. I didn't even know what affiliate marketing was. So I feel empowered, and I feel like I want to help empower other people to know that, number one, there's a better way, and number two, you don't have to know this. We have the training that will teach us from the ground up. And I always say, if I can learn this at my age, anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. I am not a college graduate. I took a couple college courses, but I am not I don't come from some upper educated background. I have learned this through our training, and I am appreciative, and I feel empowered. I feel like, especially when you're doing, you know, uh, redoing your emails or putting the funnel together. I had to have help to do that, and then when you're done, you're like, whew, that was hard, but you feel good. You feel good about being able to do that. So that's a success. The monetary success has been good, but I think that all those other things are almost as more important than the income. And so it took me 9 months, from the time I hit that TikTok button to earn my first high ticket. It
Okay.
took me 9 months, and a good little chunk of that time, I look back today and I say that was because of me. that was that was because Eric says, I always say it. He says, tap your head and rub that belly and it'll work. And there were times I was just like rubbing the belly, but I'm like not tapping the head, so I wasn't 100%. But
Right.
when I did put my head down and implement what we've learned, it started to make a difference, you
Yeah.
know? So I, that part of it's, the good part. But all those other things, the inside things, those are the things I think that are even of more value than the money.
Well, I totally agree, and that's really interesting.
Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. I have my I have my do not disturb on, but I don't know how to ever turn that off. It rings in my ear that I have an incoming call.
Oh,
I don't know how to do that.
so
Okay, now I'll be able to hear you. I'm sorry.
that's all right. Um, I think that's one of the fascinating things about the program, and anybody, whether they do the 12-day or they do the mastermind. One of the early modules in both of them is all about mindset. And when I hear interviews, whether Eric's doing the interviews like on the Goat Show or I'm doing them, I hear more often than not non-financial successes are the first thing, the things that take priority from those that have gone through the program and learned, which I think is absolutely fantastic. It just
Yeah,
goes to show that that mindset shift is different. Um, but of course, people want to know that they're going to be able to make money. And I think the way I heard you account for it in your area is you're making enough now to cover the car, the insurance, and the mortgage. Is that right?
yes,
Did I get that
yes,
right? Yeah.
yes, yes.
So it's not a scam, y'all. It's viable. It's
It's the
sustainable.
real deal. It's
It's
the
the
real
real.
deal. And I think that, my family, of course, my son, my oldest son, I just, he's very, real gentle and just positive and kind. But after my daughter called him, we had a long, maybe hour and a half talk outside, about this possibly just being another MLM or being, and I appreciated that, but I said, it's not, I already had made up my mind. There was nothing that was going to deter me, but I listened out of respect because they care about me.
Right.
But now that they're seeing it work, it's exciting to see how they, what do I want to say? They're believing in it too, because I think they needed to see proof. My daughter also, like I said, she cried at the table. I didn't know she cried when I was investing in myself, you know. But now she believes in it enough that she is partnering up with me. And
Yeah.
so because she's seeing it work, it's real, you know. So and who wouldn't? I want to help other people see that you don't have to leave your house. You
Right.
don't have to go punch a clock and work for people you don't like working for, or working under conditions that aren't fair. You don't have to put your kids in daycare or in a babysitter's. You know, these are all the things that I wish that I would have known that there was a way like this, you know, when I was raising my kids. Because I mean, Russell, I worked their whole life, their
Yeah.
whole growing up, you know, their whole growing years I worked. And so I wish I would have known about this. So if we can help teach others and show others that there's another way to do it, because family time, although sometimes can be rough around the edges, it's the most important. It really is so important, you know.
It is. It really is. So, Terry, I'm sure that over the course of last year, it has not been all peaches and roses every single day, every waking moment. We have a term in the group that we talk about, the valley of despair. How do you deal with those times yourself? Or what's your routine, or what is your safety net? How do you get out of those places when that negative internal talking starts going, or something happens where it's just bringing you down? What do you do?
Wow. You know, that's a really good question. I know that I've, you know, had like sickness. Sickness will get you down. You just first and foremost, my spiritual life is important, and that keeps me grounded in everything. And and I have to take care that I keep that balance, because that's easy to get out of balance when you're busy running your business, you know.
Yep.
And so when I don't keep that first, then I find myself a little easier to, because you have ebbs and flows. You get stressed, you don't have time, things go wrong. Our dog just died. That was a tough day, but you you just have to pick yourself up by the bootstraps, you know, say some prayers and
Yeah.
keep going. But I think that the determination, at least for me, in these last, I would say more so in the last 6 months, the determination that I have, I don't know that I've ever been as determined as I have been these last 6 months. And I mean, I don't do everything perfectly, but I don't let a day go by without doing something for my business. If I were to let go for one day, even that day we had just recently that we had that was really emotional, you know, I still put something out. I thought I gotta put something out. I've got to go that 1%. I'm not going to be able to do anything. I think I might have gone live later on in the evening with you guys. You that was like oil. That was like healing oil to me. That really was. You guys don't know that being part of a community helps to lift you up out of those ebbs and flows, because I know that if we speak up in a heartbeat, everybody's right there to encourage you. But even when you don't speak up and you silently are, you know, are struggling, when you see somebody else's win, or you see, you know, other people, we're all such a great close community, and I just love it. Or see somebody getting help in the accountability group,
Yeah.
that's an encouragement, because it's like that's something I needed to know for my own business. I appreciate all that interaction that we have, even though it's not just like when they audit the accounts. I'm going to get audited tomorrow. That's my first time. I'm a little bit nervous, but I want it because I've learned a lot from everybody else, you
Right.
know, and so those are encouraging times that just
Uh oh. I lost Terry. Are you guys still hearing me, Beth, and y'all that have joined on my side? Are y'all still hearing me? Give me a thumbs up or a yes. Oh, it's actually me. Okay. Well, we lost connection, it looks like. Yep, Terry's froze. Let's see if we can get her back real quick. Throw it back out there. Um, for those of you that are joining us, along with Beth and I and others, welcome. We've been talking to Terry Stein. She's been sharing her story with us about her journey over the past year with affiliate marketing. Trying to get her reconnected. Hey, Autumn, are you able to hear me as well? Everything appears to be showing good on my end. Beth says Terry froze. Autumn, can you? Well, all right. We're trying to invite Meemaw back. Let's see here. To be continued. Hi, Kim. Good to see you. Hey, Joseph. We're temporarily lost Terry for just a moment. We're trying to get her back. Y'all bear with me. I think a lot of y'all were on the other side with her. I see y'all coming over. It was going great. Love technology. She's back on. Okay, Autumn, I am. There we go. Let's do that invite again. And
Oh,
hi,
there you
Terry.
are. I don't know what happened. You were frozen and I wasn't, but Autumn said I was frozen and you weren't. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know. So here we are. We're back.
We're back.
The wonders
Good.
of
That worked. I just closed down and came back. So
Um, so we are good. Beth says roll with it. So we were talking about the community and how important it is, and you're right. One of my one-on-one accountability partners is actually watching this interview on my side, and then I've got this
oh yeah.
community that I join 2 or 3 times a week in the evening. You know, we go for 3 or 4 hours online because we just can't hush. Me, you, Christine, John, Robert.
Yes.
Um, so
I love it.
it's really the communal thing is more important than I think people realize until they get in it and they have something that they've never had. I mean, that's the sense I'm getting from you. It's certainly the sense that I feel. So,
Yes.
all right.
Yeah.
So the spiritual grounding is important to start your day off right and keep that going. And then if you do get off track, were you going to say anything additionally about if you do get off track and obviously the community helps pull you up? Is there anything else?
Just the community. I mean, I really, Russell, it's like I say, these last 6 months, nothing is ever perfect, right? But I always make right here is where I'm keeping my why. And I know that the first 6 months, 7 months, I didn't have it right here. I had it in here, I had it in here, but I
Right.
needed to keep it right here because I'm really easily distracted. I am not an organized person. I am a shoot from the hip, spontaneous kind of person. So I've been working on changing that over the course of this year. And that's harder almost than anything for me. I have the schedule hanging, by my desk because I got to look at it sometimes because I get out of focus. But so these last 6 months, I don't know, my determination has been the strongest it's ever been in my entire life. And so I don't know, maybe because I feed on the community, I of course we have our masterminds and all those things help to keep me going. And I just got to go back to the spirituality. I try hard to keep that first. I fail at times, because we get busy and what I forgot. My grandson asked me something, and I said no, 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 no. We got to, that comes first. And when
Right.
that comes first, everything else seems to fall into place. So
Good deal.
I don't, I try to be positive. It's not easy, you know to stay that way. But I think when you try to stay positive, you can keep yourself afloat better. It's like you're keeping your life jacket filled up. Do you know what I mean? So you don't
Yeah.
fall down. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. So it's a year after, it's almost a 1 year anniversary after you started. If you could go back a year and tell the brand new Terry Stein who's thinking about starting affiliate marketing something, what tips or advice would you have for her to do that?
Wow. What would I advise her? I would advise her first and foremost to to definitely value herself completely. Completely value yourself and know that you don't have to do this by yourself. I didn't know then, and of course I came in with a different company. They had a community, but it wasn't the kind of community we have. Do you know what
Right.
I mean? It wasn't that personal. I would tell anybody that's going to get started, don't get started without a mentor. Don't get started without help. Don't get started without a community, because in life, you don't ever do anything on your own, all on your own solo. There's always some kind of support, whether it was your parents, your husband, your church, whatever it was, there was some kind of support for you to get to a certain place. It's no different in business. Look for good support, good mentorship, good coaching. I didn't know those things in the beginning, so I took the information. I wanted that information, I wanted to know how to do this. I didn't realize I was gonna. I don't know what I was thinking. I would tell a new person, research, but make sure you're getting a mentor and you're getting an assistant. You got somebody that's going to be there, not to do it for you, but somebody that's going to be there to pull you out of that valley of despair, to hold your hand while you're getting through the tough parts that you didn't think you could do. Just make sure you have support. Don't don't go with a company that's just going to give you videos and a Facebook group. It's not enough. It's not enough for a common person. And I say that's all I am, is just a plain old gal. I needed help, and I know there's a lot of people that I've talked to, and probably you too, Russell, that they want to do this really bad, but they need that extra help,
Right.
because in the end, you want to do it so you'll succeed. That's why I wanted to do it. I wanted to make money at this because I wanted my time freedom for family. But if I would, yeah, I would tell somebody new, just look for a mentor, look for coaching, look for support, because to me, that's how you are going to make it for sure.
That's right.
You're not just going to go through the motions. And I've been talking to people lately that have been in affiliate marketing, and they don't even have a funnel,
Yeah.
you know, and it's okay because they didn't have the help. They need help. So I don't know. I just that's what I would tell a new person and tell myself. And then I wouldn't have had to invest in that first company. But it's okay because it was a learning curve. It was an education for me, and I can speak to other people and hopefully help them avoid that
Yeah.
mistake. Mentorship and coaching is everything.
It
Everything.
indeed. It is indeed. Um, so what are your talk a little more? You said to unpack your goals a little bit for next year. What are your goals with your business this coming year?
My goals. I got big goals. First of all, right now we're in winter, and I see Abby's on here. She lives just about an hour and a half from me. My goal in 2023 is I'm going somewhere warm in the winter time. Okay, I'm going to spend at least 2 months. I've never been able to do that. Kind of always had the desire to be a snowbird,
Yeah.
but because I know that I will be able to do my business anywhere I go, and by that time I'll be retired.
Yeah.
So by this time next winter, I'm out of Dodge. I'll still see you online, but that is I have determined that that's what's going to happen.
If you come,
I might come to Texas.
as I say, if you come this far south, we'll host you. We'll see what's going on. I mean, well,
Check
Eric,
it out.
um,
That's one goal, but I want I've been able to make the four figures. I want to get to the point where I'm consistently making five figures. That's going to take work, and I know it takes time, and that's okay. But that is the goal for 2023, as well as somewhere in 2023, I'm now that I know these high income skills, I'm going to be able to branch out a little bit, and I want to start a blog is what I want to do.
very cool.
So
That'll be fun.
that's coming. Yeah, I'm excited about that. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that.
So, do you promote stuff other than the course currently?
Say that again.
Do you promote items or services other than the course?
Yes, yes, I do. I do on the back end and in email. I do especially the tools that we use to run our business, like ClickFunnels, Aweber. I do Quillbot. I do. Oh wow, let's see. I've got about four or five of them that I do, and let's see, Canva and a couple more. But the tools, yeah, they're all now. Will I expand? I am looking to expand into the travel blogging is what I want to do. So, but I know now I'm empowered enough now that I know I can do that in 2023. I couldn't have said that last year.
Right.
I couldn't have. So we learned different skills because when I first came in I thought, wow, I want to go into the health niche or the travel niche. But the make money online niche is a great way to get started.
It is.
It really is.
Well, and
So,
I asked that question because 6 out of 6 interviewees now have answered the exact same way, and I want the world to hear because I'm having conversations every week with people who just think that they're trapped with whatever course that they got trained in, and they forget all about the tools, especially
yeah,
early on. If you end up with a low or a mid ticket rather than a high ticket, you might make some extra by having your funnel system, having your autoresponder, having your Canva, all those things that you named. Um, if you're an affiliate for those, you're leaving money on the table if you don't make sure those get worked in somewhere. And
right.
our program kind of shows you how to do that in some way. So I want people to hear that because I don't know that they hear it everywhere else.
Right. And I think a lot of times, even when we talk to people, they feel that all we do is promote a course, promote a course, promote a course. First of all, the course that I promote and then you promote, Passive Income Blueprints, I am just I have such I don't know, I have a passion for it. I promote it knowing that people are going to benefit from it. I believe in it completely.
Yeah.
Thus, I could never promote the other company. I'm an affiliate for them still, but I can't with good conscience do it because I know the help that Passive Income Blueprints gives people, and the value is, I mean, it's just phenomenal. And it's, even in the mindset, I mean, we're just taught so much about ourselves. And the beauty is, Eric doesn't want us to just stick around. He wants us to grow. He wants us to branch out. They encourage that. We this course that we promote, I don't promote anything I don't believe in. I would never ever do that. So I believe in it whole souled and in good conscience when I recommend it to somebody. I feel really good. I don't feel like that I'm not doing it for the dollar. I'm doing it because I believe in it. So, yeah, and then the tools are just, hey, the tools are just that's extra.
Gravy. That's right. Gravy's
Yeah,
good.
that's right. Right.
Uh,
Just
go ahead.
Dee says she doesn't know where to get started.
Go ahead. Take that, Terry.
Let me tell you. I'm telling you, just tap on either one of our profiles, and or message us. Go to the you'll see a URL there. There's a training video. That's where you want to start. That's where you want to start, and you can reach out with any questions. But I remember feeling the same exact way. You don't know where to start.
Yeah.
You don't know which way to go. But I've been through a couple companies. Now, Russell's been through more. You've been through even more. And we've come to find passive income blueprints, and I'll tell you, I'm going to be here forever. I mean, it just gets better and better. And in our program, every week when we meet, we get more information. Our modules are growing in number. I mean, we're just constantly being fed, and we're checked on, and we're talked to, and we get to ask questions. We're not just in some kind of a feed, getting our answers quick. We get to talk to our mentors and our coaches. I'm sorry, I can go on, but I love our program.
I'm not inclined to stop you, Terry. I don't. I would say this though: we're kind of in the fourth quarter, moving into the fourth quarter of our time together. So if y'all in
Okay.
the comments have questions, if y'all will start posting them, we want to be sure that we answer your questions as well. My truck's talking to me now. Um,
Oh, uh-oh. What'd you do, Russell?
I don't know. Thought I hit a button or said something that made it want to talk to me. Um, only on live, right? I mean, it only happens on live. So,
I know.
Terry, let's change the question I asked just a little bit and ask
Okay.
this way. Um, now somebody's been in the affiliate marketing space for 3, 6, 9, 12 months. They've had some time under their belt and they're struggling. What advice do you have for them? Is it any different than the new person?
Well, once they're struggling, first of all, hopefully they're part of a good, strong community. In our community, when we struggle, we reach out. We reach out for help. You can't sit in silence. You can't, because you'll get frustrated. And many times when people get too frustrated, and you feel like you just can't do it, they just give up. They get
Right.
despondent. They stop, they slow down. And you can't do that. If you want your business to succeed, you have to keep moving it forward. So you have to take, my husband would say, you got to take the bull by the horns. You got to ask for help. You've got to ask somebody for help. If you don't have a community that can offer you that help, then reach out. Reach out to one of us, because we can show you how to get help. But you can't sit still, and you can't let your business rise. If you want your business to work, you've got to be at it 7 days a week. Now, some days you might only do that 1% that our coach teaches us. And that's okay if that's all you can do, but you did something to move it forward. But this is a 7-day-a-week operation. If you start sitting on your laurels and let it ride for a couple days, things can slow down for you, but you can slow down. So when you're struggling, reach out. If you reach out and ask for help. There is so much help out here, you guys. And when you have your own business, it takes a village, it takes a community. We have that support. I can't, like I said, that one day I went live with you guys at night. You don't even know, it just took everything off my mind, and I felt better and I felt good. You feel good in your heart. We have really good people in our community. And any one of us will always, come to somebody's aid. I know, I just know, I don't know. We just have a lot of good people. But if you don't have that in your business, reach out to us, because we can show you how you can, because you can't slow down. You can't put it in the closet and put it away for a couple of months or for a month, because you know what? It's like starting all over again, and then that's more painful than just continuing to trudge forward. You
Right.
know, I just, you just can't stop.
Let's see. Oh yeah. So Beth says, first off, I want to go back here. Earlier, Beth says that we're two of her favorite people, and then
Oh, she's
said
so
that's
sweet.
total gold. She is so sweet. She's amazing. She's also made comments about it resonating with her. In fact, I needed to hear this. It resonates for me too, Terry. I'm really appreciative of the time. Hey, John, good to have you. You're never late. You're always on time. Welcome. We're in that point that if y'all have questions, I'll keep asking questions. But if y'all have questions, put them in one
Okay.
of the comment sections, and Terry or I will make sure that they get addressed. Um,
I have people over here too. Joseph's the best. He's a he's a big supporter, and I just I really enjoy. We have a good community, man. We really do. Um, Abby is amazing too. She's Abby keeps me encouraged. Her posts are valuable every day, and I just love it. And then single mom certified. That's my daughter, and I'll tell you, you guys, if you the one thing about our program D is that if you have a husband or a wife, a spouse, a significant other, or somebody that is your business partner in our program, you can come in as a 2 for 1. A husband and wife comes in with just one investment. You don't have to invest separately. And my daughter and I, that's what we've done. And she is, I tell you what, it makes a difference when you've got somebody helping you out. She's been doing a lot of my Instagram and Facebook now because she knows more about Instagram than I do. You know what? I gotta, and and don't ever think that posting in other platforms doesn't work, because I have a post here on TikTok. I think it might be near 100, just 100 views, but on Instagram, it's like 45, 4,500. Same one, exact same one.
yeah,
And so I was just like, wow. So it does pay to have omnipresence. But when you're doing something together, like a husband and wife, that's the nice thing with our company. With other companies, you got to pay separate.
right.
Don't have to do that here. Eric is very family oriented. And so Jess, the 12-day digital marketer, is here too. And let's see. And I think I saw Ruth Ann here. Oh, Steve, you are just so sweet. I'm so glad you're here. Steve Loudon, you guys. I've known him since I got started. He's a fellow affiliate marketer. Hey, Wilson, Angie. Hi, Angie and Ruth. I appreciate you guys all being here. I think I acknowledged everybody.
Let's see here if we've got others. So Beth, Abundant with Allison. Hey, Allison, good to see you. Lorraine,
Judy.
Margaret Calhoun, Ed's here. A couple of these folks are bouncing back and forth. I appreciate that. JK and Joseph and David, all of y'all, welcome. So glad that y'all have been in one or both sides of the conversation so far tonight. Um,
Yes.
just to recap, here's what I've heard Terry say, and I hope y'all were taking notes or paying attention. She talked about goals, vision, and dreams, and having big ones. That way, they're something to reach for. She talked about mindset, how to have a stable one, and how to get it back when you lose it. She's talked about just her journey and getting started, and the empowerment that the whole process has brought to her, um, as being one of the greatest gifts. She has talked about successes in terms of the non tangible things first, such as that confidence, that empowerment, that all of those types of internal rewirings. And then, of course, there's been a financial benefit as well. So we've really hit some gold nuggets here. If you missed it, she says she promotes other things on the back end. So she's promoting the tools. So she has some additional streams of income through the exact same business with no additional work. I'm trying to think of all the other gold nuggets you dropped. Those are the first ones that came off the top of my head. So Terry, I'm going to try this question on. I ask a lot of the same questions in each of the interviews that I have.
Mm-hmm.
What is the one thing that you want to tell us all that I haven't asked you about? What did I forget? What is the one thing you've got a burning desire to make sure the world knows as it relates to affiliate marketing?
I guess, I mean, and you're so good at this interviewing. I just always, I just want people to know, especially Russell, we're all everyday folks. You don't have to be anybody special. You don't have to be degreed and educated. You don't have to be, this model person. And so what if I got a crooked tooth or whatever? You know what I mean? You don't have to be. You do not have to be anybody special, and you do not have to be 20, 30, or 40 years old to do this.
Preach
I
it.
speak from experience that senior citizens can do this. I'm gonna be around for a long time still, but I've been around for a long time. And I always say that if us in my age group can do this, anybody can do it. And my target, Russell, my avatar when I started was those that were in their 60s that were going to retire. I have since changed that, and I'm more in the Gen X and the early boomers, because if I can help somebody not make the same mistakes that I made and not have to sacrifice all that family time because they've got to go outside the house and earn a dollar, if I can help somebody see that there's a better way, to me, whew, that's everything, because I know what that feels like today. When I look back, I hate regret. I really do. But I do look back and think, wow, I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. We just couldn't afford for me to do that. And so I worked, and the kids got, taken early to daycare, or to my mom, or you're always putting your kids off. I wanted to be home, but I couldn't afford to do it. So if I can help somebody understand that there's a better way so that they can benefit and look back at those years and think, I didn't miss anything. I didn't miss that time with my kids, or I never missed the school events and things like that. I made that happen, because that was important. But there's so much more that I could have done, how many times that we couldn't. And then, yeah, it was, my husband was a great support, but there were times, that I had to leave the kids in his care, which was okay. But, they had to have chili dogs
Oh,
for dinner. That was he was not a cook, so he would go to Gordon's and get hot dogs and chili sauce and cheese. And that's what he would feed the kids. And so it was like, but we were trying to make a go of it. So if I can help anybody just understand that there is a better way out there, that to me, that would mean a lot. And more to be able, and there's more happiness in giving than there is receiving. So when you see that you can give somebody that knowledge to be able to do that, and they do it and it works for them, oof, that's everything. you know
well, do you have any questions on your side? Anybody put anything in the comments or chat over there?
I see Judy came in. I see Ruth is saying amen. And John came in. John, that's part of our night
Yeah,
group,
yeah.
which I told Christine. I said I missed that. We were live. I was live yesterday, and she came on briefly before she had her dinner, and I was like, I miss you. we haven't been live lately, but no, I don't see any other questions. Oh, yeah, I tell you, single mom certified. She's been really helping me a lot. My daughter has been. You know, I kind of like it. She's got a younger perspective than I do.
Right.
And, yeah, we may butt heads at times. She says we may butt heads
I heard.
because, because I'm older school. She's younger, but I think we're finding a balance.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's a good thing. It's a good thing because she tries to keep me young. So, but I'm not dancing. I ain't
Okay.
dancing.
No dancing. I'm with you on that. I'm not dancing either. Well, I say that, but as of right now, I'm not dancing. Subject to change. I'm
Not
totally,
yet.
yeah. If Eric tells
Right.
me to dance, then I guess I'll dance, but y'all will laugh. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Um,
No,
well,
that's funny. But you know what? We don't. We've gotten past that part. Like it's like I'm an introvert at heart. I am not a be in the limelight kind of person. But I don't know what it is about what we're doing that if I'm goofy, I'm goofy, and I'm okay with it. I feel so much more secure with myself today as opposed to last year.
that's an amazing gift. Well, Terry, thank you so much for all that you've done for me. Thank you for sharing from your heart and spending time with us and dropping all of those gold nuggets all over the place.
I
I look
appreciate you.
forward to a long, long tenure together as we travel this road of affiliate marketing. Y'all, if y'all are not following Retire with Meemaw, please follow her. If y'all have any questions, you're happy. I mean, you're welcome to follow me as well. But I try to promote the people that I'm interviewing. If you have any questions about the program, the 12-day, the master class, or the masterminds, just reach out and ask us. We're happy to set you up with information. Um, Terry, any last minute comments?
No, I just wish everybody the best and just keep moving forward.
That's
Just keep
right.
moving forward. Judy from the 12 days. She's one of my biggest supporters too. She supports the community in general, but just if we can all just encourage each other to keep moving, it does help because it
Right.
helps when you hear it and you keep hearing it. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
So,
Well, to all of you who are saying thank you, y'all are very welcome. I'm glad to do it. The interview as a whole we put on YouTube and my Facebook page, but Terry will also have the link to it, so she'll be able to download it and post it wherever she wants as well. Just give her about, she'll get it from me in about 24 hours. I still have to send Joseph his, so I know he's listening.
oh,
Um, I got it
yes,
uploaded
he's
last.
here.
I got it uploaded last night. I've got to do the thumbnail today, and we'll get that taken care of. But for those of you in the masterminds, we'll see y'all in about an hour. For the rest of y'all, we'll see you real soon. So y'all take care. Thanks, Terry.
Thank you. You take care. See you tonight.
All right. Bye.
Bye bye.